So this is round two with the PT Cruiser. Wife's car. It's got about 100,000 miles on it. The water pump went out on it about a month ago, and I went ahead and replaced it. Went through the entire process of doing that and replacing the timing belt. I was doing it in a rush, trying to do it at night after I got home from work, and trying to get it done quickly as possible in order to so that way we didn't have a rental car for too many days. But unfortunately, I got the timing wrong, so we're going to take the entire thing apart and do it all again. But now that I've done it once, I kind of know a little bit better of how to do it. So we'll spend the weekend doing this. I'd rather spend the weekend working on that, which is the new 351 Windsor high compression engine for my F-150. Mainly because this 302 exploded, so I rebuilt that. But instead, we'll be working on this daily driver stuff. A couple of major things when we get started here. Right down here, you got your air conditioning lines. All the work you're going to be doing is right down in this slot here. And as you can see, there's not room at all. Obviously, this thing was designed on a computer and never intended to actually be worked on. So you got a motor mount up top there, which you go ahead and take out. And this one's bad. I need to get a new one for it. Then you got a motor mount here on the bottom, which, again, that bushing pretty worn. And then finally you got a motor mount that's actually mounted inside. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see the hole. Mounted inside the actual sort of unibody itself. Once you take that out, this entire engine will move up and down pretty easily. One of the major problems to get to is down here. You got to get to some bolts over there in order to get that. The biggest, hardest part of this entire process is getting that big metal plate out. That's sort of the engine mount. It's got, let's see here, power steering pump attached to it, as well as a couple other things. That's where the engine mounts bolt to as well. That's the hardest part of this process, just mainly because there's no space. But one of the big things that you can do in order to make this process a whole lot easier, just from a reaching that standpoint, there are 4 bolts that hold on this plastic shell on the front, which I've already taken out. So you go ahead and, let's do this, remove this rubber grommet from around the outside. Okay. Remove these 4 bolts that hold on this plastic shell. And it's going to take a little bit of force, but you just pop it right off. Obviously, I've already pulled mine off, just to demonstrate. There's going to be 6 bolts holding on this top of this radiator support on. You go ahead and take those out. I believe they're 10 mil. Really came off pretty easily. You just pull this top of this radiator support off. That, first of all, just opens up a ton of room down here. But what's great is now you can actually move this radiator. And you've got plenty of space to get wrenches down there in order to loosen up those bolts. So that's just my first tip for this entire thing. Like I said, I've already done it once. We're going to do it right this time. And hopefully get rid of that check engine light. So the 2006 PT Cruisers, this 2.4 liter Chrysler engine is a zero interference engine, which means that there's no point where the valves will touch the pistons. I'm not sure if there's a point where the valves could technically touch the other valves, which could obviously lead to some problems. But yeah, this is one of those projects, if you're not comfortable doing some pretty in-depth mechanical work, it's probably best to take to a mechanic. My mechanic went ahead and quoted me $700 to do this. I trust him. He's actually pretty good. If anybody's telling you it's going to be like $1,500, don't do it. These damn cars are only worth about $2,000 anyways, so at this point. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I'll go ahead and give some updates as we go along. Hopefully people find this helpful.